Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. We're walking into 1104 Columbia, number 2 North. This is an awesome one bedroom. And as we walk in, there's the hallway that's probably about 10 feet long that goes into the kitchen to the right, the bedroom far ahead, and the living room to the left. Before we go anywhere, we'll get a quick look at the bath, which has been remodeled and is super nice. We'll come back and look at that at length. There's also an entry closet next to this cabinet that is really quite large. This is probably 10 or at least 10 feet deep and maybe 3.5 feet wide. So it's just a massive closet. It has its own window, shelf, and hanging bar. There is a light fixture up there. It's a great closet. And as we go past the closet, if we look to our right, we see the kitchen, which we'll come back to. But first, we'll look at the living room. And this is the living room. It's a pretty big living room. It's got great natural light. There's a ceiling fan. It's probably a dozen feet across, maybe 13 feet long. Beautiful hardwood floors. If we walk to the other corner, we get our first look at the bedroom, which has also got a ceiling fan. Really a nice living room with a lot of light. The windows aren't brand new, but they are newer. And in the left corner, you see a door that actually goes out to this little, like, porch area. I don't know what you'd call it exactly. Oops. But right here you can put chairs. She's got plants. We're on Columbia, just 3 or 4 buildings west of the beach. So it's an excellent location and an excellent place to have a sitting area. I'll close that up. The windows look out onto the courtyard, which is very meticulously maintained. From the windows and the porch door, we'll scan around and give you a better feel of the size. There we have the ceiling fan. It is radiator heat. So I think our next step, there's the front door, there's where we came in. See hooks on the wall. The next step would be to explore the kitchen, which is also remodeled. See the laminated floors, which are super nice. Tremendous amount of cabinet space. Microwave right next to me, full-size stove. Nice dishwasher, twin stainless steel sink. Beautiful fridge. The door is to the back and take you to laundry and storage. So again, we'll look there. The window is very close to the building next door, so not much natural light coming through, but you do get reflected light. From the window, however, you get a very good look at the stove. And we don't have any lights on, so this is pretty much natural light in here. Granite countertop, very nice. And there is room for additional space or for additional furniture if you want to add that. So let's start with the fridge. The fridge is a standard apartment fridge. It's probably about 5 feet 6 inches high. Freezer on top. Whoops. Refrigerator, crisper drawers on the bottom, shelves to the left. The twin stainless steel sinks. Water pressure in this apartment is outstanding. This is all the way to the hot. We do have a little spray attachment. We have a hose thing. Beautiful water pressure. It drains nicely. Underneath it's nice and dry and can be used as storage. Let's shut this down. Above the sink we have, these are like 3-foot cabinets. These are big cabinets with 4 shelves. Whoops, 4 shelves. The shelves are about 11 or 12 inches deep. You can see behind the faucet for the sink, you've got these tiles. You've got a beautiful backsplash all the way around. which is going to make it super easy to clean. You also have a beautiful granite countertop, a couple of outlets, which make it super easy, and enough space to have a Keurig, or you don't even need a microwave, but you could have some other appliances there. You have a smaller dishwasher, but it's got a stainless steel interior, which is typically better insulation. It means it will be quieter. You have a lot of these big cabinets. So here's another cabinet. So really a lot of storage. And the corner cabinets are usually a little deeper. So you can see you can put pots and pans and cookie sheets, that kind of thing. And then for spices and other stuff, you have a tall, thin one. The microwave is the standard microwave. Obviously, it's an occupied apartment, so it's got to be cleaned a little bit, but there it is. Stove is a nice full-size stove. Inside, you can see, is very big. Next, between the stove and the dishwasher, is a Lazy Susan. So that's pretty cool. That turns around, makes things very accessible. And then you have the smaller cabinets above, which are maybe, 20 inches high, 2 shelves. And you've got one over the fridge as well. So this is really a nice kitchen. It's big enough to have more than one person in here. Lots of counter space. Nice appliances, beautiful dishwasher, full-size stove and fridge, and laminated floors. We come out of the kitchen and we look into the living room. And if we go to our right, we'll get a look at the bedroom. The bedroom's a nice size too. And again, you have a ceiling fan. I would say this is probably 12 feet across that way, and probably more like 8 feet deep. She's got a queen bed, and she still has room for a nightstand, a workstation, and some furniture stuff. A little seat for her cat down there. Beautiful hardwood floors, of course. The window again is to the building next door, but you do get good reflected light. And from the window, if we go around, see the bed there. You actually have some space on either side. And here we have more room, more usable room, I should say. To the right, we have a nice big closet. Whoops-a-daisy. Now this, let's see if I can actually, you can see how big this is. There is a light down on that side. This is easily 10 feet long. This is 2 feet deep, so you could put a lot of stuff in here. Shelf, hanging bar, and have we got, yes, we've got another closet with a view. Really cool. So another very big closet. From the closet, we'll take one last look at the bedroom, because you really can do a lot with this space. Great. And close the closet, and we will exit the bedroom, walk into the living room, and I'm just going to go over here just to show you the depth of the apartment and that little sitting area outside, which is very cool. Looking out into the courtyard, and from the windows here, you've got the bedroom to the left, the kitchen on the right. Hey, kitty cat, let's not do that. And we'll come back and we'll head toward the front door, past that massive closet. This is big enough to look at again. This is really a huge closet. And we'll take a look at the bath, and the bath is really nice. You've got lighting over the medicine cabinet mirror, a big base, nice sink with a big base, lots of storage, tank toilet, tile, so it's like a backsplash, all tile, all the way around, which will make this super easy to keep clean. You do have a radiator in here. The tub is nice and clean as well. And there the faucet and the shower head is probably about 6'7". So you really have to be tall. So you have lights above the mirror, but you also have lights in the ceiling, which is awesome. So let's check the water pressure, which is great. Underneath it's nice and dry and can be used as storage, so that's really nice. Turn this off. We'll open this up, and we see the medicine cabinet, 3 shelves. Again, you can see the nice tiles, outlets over there. It's a tank toilet. I'm just going to open this up, just so there's no surprises. It's a beautiful commode. And we'll check this water pressure by going all the way to the hot. And you can see that it's coming out very strong. And we'll just check the shower. And she's got it on some kind of spray, but the water pressure is good. So we'll shut that down. We'll shut this down first. And again, you can see the water pressure is huge. Drains beautifully. We'll close this up a little bit. The other thing about it is nice is you have the windows that are newer, so they open, which helps keep it aired out and dry. And you also have a fan, which is unusual in a vintage building, which will also help to keep it clean and dry. So that's the very nice bath, the laminated floor. Everything else is super clean, good water pressure. The rest of the apartment is just plain beautiful. And that brings us back to the front door. Thanks for watching.